See that the blade of enduring solitude.
There you go. He also has 228 realities leading to kills.
That
so
I am.
He presses RD a lot.
Can you spam that for extra point?
I would hope not. It's leading to kills, so I'm assuming you have to reality in and then kill the person.
The real question is, why do you only have that relic and nothing else?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'll like look through here as I kind of want to play, but I don't want to spend a lot of time random.
Yeah.
So I'll look for some of the ones that are interesting. Actually, it'll be like, oh, you've had a zombie horde, like 15 plus zombies. That one's kind of cool, you know. But the other ones are like, how many times have you casted Decay successfully? It's like, I don't give a shit about tracking that. It's really not important, you know? So I can get behind the realities leading to kills.
I bought one for each hero that I played a fair amount, and then more for specific heroes like Undying that I play a lot of. So I can see him buying just one relic.
Sometimes you play a lot of supports, and like 30% of your other trackers are really boring shit. Like, how many times have you de-warded an observer ward? I just...
Who cares about?
That's why you buy these cool ones.
Who cares how well you played your role, right?
Look, I'm just gonna show off. Like, look how many pub games I planted a ward in.
Yeah, I mean the wards.
Shit.
The wards placed one, I think, actually counts with sentries. So you can just, when the game ends, you can buy a lot of sentries and just plop them everywhere. Pretty sure that's a good way to boost your ward count.
Ah, my relic rating is so high.
Let me position 5. I have 100,000 wards placed.
The dream.
Magnus Lesh.
Yes, the Marauder is mid versus the Ember Spirit. It is going to be the Nyx lane. And that will leave the Spectre against the Night Stalker Oracle, but of course that means the Oracle is there against the Warlock. We'll keep our eyes peeled on who's going to draw first blood.
He doesn't have Orb of Venom on Oracle, does he?
He does not.
Oh.
You don't have it on the Night Stalker either.
I kind of like this. It's not going to be super effective, but it might be a better skill point than the heal.
The Fatal Bonds.
Yeah. The thing is, he can also purge Fatal Bonds. So right now, Oracle is bound to 1 melee creep.
But apparently it doesn't AoE purge, just purges the target.
It purges the target. The AoE is the root.
I guess technically then it doesn't matter, because then you the only person. I guess it was cut to a creep.
Bound to creep. It's going to start mattering when Fatal Bonds is level 2 or 3. After seeing that, I think you should still skill the heal probably.
Kiryu is taking a lot of damage. Good split earth. Shockwave, first blood. Kill. That was nice. It was right around the corner too.
Ooh, that was a big mistake.
And now they're going on Bambo bottom. I don't think they can get the kill or anything, but they will put some more harassment onto Jabs and Bambo.
Nuked. Oh, outplayed. He has nuked the Spectre. He actually should have saved that, I feel like.
Alright, so this laning phase, you mentioned Kingdra have to have a decent... I know it's only a minute 40 and I don't want to say the sky's
falling. Just call the game, Mott. Just say
it's over. That's it. Let's go home.
Should have picked Willow.
Then at least Kevin would have been happy.
I mean, Spectre looks like a good fighting hero right now. Got 9 frickin' last hits.
Oh, I missed that kill. Alright, my bad.
He's on the board. Well, that's good. They got killed the Lush at least.
That's a 24-hour caster schedule right there. Cancel will survive mid against Mastermind, who just jumps in with his Flame Guard level 2.
Looks like he might have used the slight to either Dutch Star Storm or an arrow.
Another Split Earth onto Charlie this time. He has no rage. He does have a salve and 2 stick charges. Mikey has no mana. He does have a mango, and he's going to use it. Charlie will stay alive. They needed 2 more auto attacks. They couldn't quite find it. He's going to salve up in the tree line. Split Earth, had he hit it, would have been nice. It would have canceled the salve and probably made it back, but that's not going to happen. Still, Mikey is getting really good farm in this lane.
I am just getting so disillusioned from Night Stalker, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, what does this hero do?
They have nerfed him a tremendous amount of times.
It's true.
Well, then why are they opening? You know. I guess my view of Night Stalker combined with cross section with how often pros pick him early on is bothering me. Other than the fact that it's obviously safe in a way, but it always feels like a weakness.
Arrow?
Oldest trick in the book.
Slammed. Well, laning phase wise, pretty good stuff for Singularity. And slight advantage.
The fact that the Spectre is getting as much farm is definitely an issue. But I'm not sure if the Lightstealer would have been able to pressure much more. Is he just dead?
Yeah, he might just be dead. They have Purifying Flames, but Shadow...
Oh, he held the heal. Very
nice. Yep. They're going to auto-attack Jabs a few times and start taking him down too. So they give the kill to Stolen, but Adamson's still getting a lot of farm, 21 last hits. He also got the assist, obviously.
So now you compare this lane to what OG ran with the Oracle plus Beastmaster, and you just see how it's a totally different world, right? Like, he's babysitting a hero that does nothing in lane, like, instead of babysitting a hero that pressures in lane. It's the Warlock. It doesn't actually even matter that much that Warlock is countered because Night Stalker isn't beating Spectre.
He's not even that countered. The Warlock's kind of outplaying the situation. I don't know why he keeps using his... He keeps dispelling Fatal Bonds alone. It's nighttime though, finally at least. But
yeah, now it gets a bit more interesting for him.
But it's like... I don't know, man. It's just, like, at least get the... I feel like he should have had Orb of Venom very surely, but I'm sure there was some, like, lacking. They needed to sacrifice something item-wise. I guess Nyx would have been too gimped if he had Orb of Venom, but if you get Orb of Venom, then your right clicks actually do something to Spectre, instead of just being halved every time you get a Stealth Shield, and then they would actually need to use the heal defensively. That's the issue basically, is that, like, they don't need to use the heal because they're not harassed, therefore Oracle doesn't counter. That's the problem.
They are out of regen now. They had tangos up until this point. They're gone, and it is nighttime as previous thing.
Oh, that is very cocky.
That's a shadow word. Jabs. If they just kept chasing jabs, they would have gotten that kill, I think. He wanted the bounty rune, he didn't get it. Meanwhile, they're going to fight for the top bounty rune. Charlie is open wounding him. He's already used rage. Mikey's running over. He's going to take a lot of auto attack damage from the tower. They have skewer. Good usage of the spike carapace, and now Bashford's going to die to the Nyx and the Nags.
That's nice for Kingdra. They got 3 runes and a kill.
Someone want to say Nyx for me?
Yes. Yeah. Nice. There you go.
Thank you.
He
Somebody
set
had
you up.
to hold me back from that awkward silence. That's an old meme, not the first one.
Oh yeah? Don't remember it.
Alright, now they're harassing the Spectre down a little bit. Nighttime has become good to Kingdra.
It's a defensive heal here. Stand back a little bit.
So it looks like they're dominating now.
Oh, yeah, shit.
It worked. But the first 4 minutes I feel like still should have maybe been better, because Spike still has 29 freaking last hits. Like, he's still
He's farming a lot better than Bambo, like almost doubling his CS.
Okay, here's why. Bambo didn't buy Quelling Blade. I think that's a really big mistake. When you're playing when you're playing melee hero in this patch in dual versus dual lane, I think every single melee hero needs a Quelling Blade except like Darkseer. I can't think of any other hero where you don't buy it on. He is missing so many CS because he doesn't have 324 damage. Basically.
That's
the other thing too
right.
is there's not really a lot of heroes on this team that are going to be able to make effective moves against Spectre. You're going to have to like smoke for it guaranteed, and you're going to. I don't know if bringing just the Nyx is enough.
Double damage from Mastermind. He has raindrops. He's gonna remnant it away back into the tower. He's out of mana. He will use his bottle for now.
Thank God I did all that Flame Guard knowledge. A Raindrop and a Flame Guard is probably counter stacking. Doesn't stack.
Yeah.
They're both
Raindrop is
wasted.
not good on Ember.
Now he's out of it
Assuming your
now.
Flame Guard's up.
Yep.
Like, when you turn Flame Guard on, you should actually just drop your Raindrop if you're okay with losing them until it goes away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, well, in the meantime, enough about... Well, actually, they tried finding Mastermind. They have rotated many a hero to mid lane for Kingdra. He's just gonna TP, and this is a
But
waste
guess
of
why they call
time.
him
Hunter the Knight-
Mastermind?
Oh my god.
That feels so bad, dude. That would have been such a sick kill. Bambo's
Isn't that
left
what's
lane.
expected though? It's
Radiant's
Kid
middle
versus
tower is
Mastermind.
under attack.
What do you think
You're
is
right.
gonna happen? Of course.
We're
Of
taking it
course
too far
Mastermind
now.
gets out. How's that too far? It's
Too-
that's too far.
That one's
Oh,
over
okay.
the edge.
My bad.
So Bambo basically left the lane, and now he's all over the map. This means Spectre is going to be getting free farm, but Oracle's getting some free low. He's level 5 now.
He rotates back down bottom. He voids him once.
Even during nighttime, he's like barely able to pressure. The Spectre just has treads and a wand, and he doesn't care.
I mean, this is before they even throw the Empower on Spectre or Ember Spirit, and Mag is still getting absolutely amazing farm. He's gonna go for
So
Vanguard first.
that was a full first phase night with 0 kills.
Yeah.
He did pressure well the first like 2 minutes in the lane, but and I liked his attempt going for Ember, but I think he should have gone back bottom almost afterward. Like, if he gets that Ember kill and then he instantly goes bottom, I think it's fine. But missing that kill and now being in this place is just not good.
I mean, look at Charlie. He's right up there. I mean, he's tied with the Spectre. I feel like, shouldn't he be doing better in this lane, in just in general, I suppose?
I don't know. I think this lane's actually a bit stronger than the off lane of Kingdra.
Okay.
Like, look at how much spam they have.
Yeah.
They can force the rage. They have a a really good actual kill potential. And plus now that Mikey's 6, if the Lifestealer messes up, he can die.
Speaking of dying, Beer, you might have that happen to him. Impale comes out, Lightning Storm to slow, they need to split Earth. They will find it, Raindrop will protect him for a moment. They have Moonlight Shadow, will not keep him alive even with a nice stick charge. And, back to farming.
Look at how tanky Magnus is.
He's not even got the full Vanguard yet.
No, when he has that, don't care anymore.
But he went Treads first too, he didn't go Arcanes or anything like that, he's just gonna get Treads.
How much strength Hero have?
3.2.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he is really tanky.
700 net worth ahead of the next close person. Mirana is doing okay, and when this hero does get late game in like level 15 plus a couple of items, she actually does hit very hard. I mean, he's doing pretty well in the Mirana compared to that of the Embers.
And Bambo's now a lower level than the Warlock.
All right, that's
9 minutes and 45
maybe
seconds.
a problem.
I just think in a world where you're trading farm against Spectre, and you don't have any real way of pressuring objectives outside of just getting a lot of hero kills, and your first night hasn't resulted in a kill, and you're gonna lose your Nyx. It's a tough game.
He timed it.
That's nice. Okay.
Like,
Jabs is strong in this fight with a level 5 Oracle.
they have 4 heroes here. They don't have Golem yet, and Adamson has to run away now. Remnant in though. Here comes the Amber Spirit. Starstorm comes out, trying to turn back around as the Spectre. Still in trouble. Spectral comes out. Is he gonna stay alive? He's trying to juke and jive any way that he can, but they get off the Purifying Flame. Double kill for Jabs at the end of it.
That was so close.
Fate's Edict, OP.
This is what the Dyer's lineup is good at, is these like scrappy fights, 3-on-4, 2-on-3s, 2-on-2s, where they get to just cast their spells and not have RP, not have Golem.
The prize is mine.
It's good that Cancel rotated over. When he TP'd mid after being in the
that's
fountain, I
important.
was very worried that I was like, okay, he's going back mid. Now the next fight that happens, he's not going to be there. But he planned ahead. He must have walked over for the bounty rune. And he ended up being there for that fight. That was very
good.
important.
Well,
Actually gonna get into the gold lead because of these bounce runes, and
Did they get all 4?
they got 3.
No, they got all of them.
they got
All 4? No.
Oh, no, sorry, that was the bottle.
Mikey
yeah.
got one time.
Yeah.
That makes it harder to tell.
Is the hell out of me.
I actually wish they just wouldn't even show that personally.
Important piece of information.
For regular runes, I don't care if anyone literally anyone bottles the bounty rune. I don't care. Only time it ever would matter is if you're playing Alkin, you want to save it for a minute or get an extra 3.5 gold.
There you go. That's a haunt. They haunted mid.
Interesting.
Tried
Made
to
it sound
find
like
cancel.
it really mattered there.
All right, where did he really get these stats from, dude? He probably paid somebody who plays the account to get these reality kills. That one did not work out.
Maybe it is abusable somehow. No, I'm sure it's that was a little rough. First haunt down, not the end of the world.
Well, it's looking okay for Kingdra all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're starting to stabilize. They will have to deal with this Magnus, but it's a Magnus. He has level 2 in power. He's going to get Blink pretty soon, and then maybe things get a bit more interesting for Singularity. Plus, they have Ember, Spectre, really good late game hero.
At least at this point, Spectre is kind of forced to jungle with his launch being down, his mana being down. His HP is actually not that great.
Dire's top tower.
But that said, they've got great safe lane ward vision. There's a buddy engagement top lane. That is literally 2 heroes my usual. There was one in the Satyr as well, if I'm not.
You can't jump this mag. This guy is not gonna die.
He's very beefy. He's 1700 HP.
Gonna Vanguard.
Yeah, he's a beefcake.
They can kill that guy then.
Yes, they certainly can kill this Rack. And boy, is he dead. Mikey could RP. He's not going to because there's nobody here to help him out, even if he did. That's not too. They stun Ember Spirit. They hit an arrow. He has Flame Guard. That's the Starstorm coming in. Void. Searing Chains. He needs a remnant. The Golem turn around. Here comes the RP. It's on to the Shockwave. Disastrous fight for Kingdra.
Can you check Bambo's hero for a moment?
Yes.
He does have silence.
Wait,
His
where?
silence
How
was
is it
on
about?
cooldown.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on cooldown. I don't know what happened.
They nerfed
He must
it,
have
remember?
used it earlier in the fight.
It's like a 20-second level on cooldown.
Oh,
or
it's
something.
really long.
24.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. If he doesn't have that, if he has the silence, 100% kill. No 2 heroes dead. Great play.
I was getting ready there. I was getting ready
You
to
were,
tear
me
him
too.
apart.
I was like, not
Where's
again,
that
dude.
silence?
Not
I've already
again.
done that once today. So
I was warming up. I was like, yep, I love hating this, and I still do.
They skewered the Nyx into tower range. The Impale comes out. It's a Magnus who is incredibly tanky.
Saving Vireo.
He is out of mana, to be fair.
He did nothing to him.
Ember's rotating back in with a Javelin. That's a Crimson
got-
Guard. That's
wow.
a full Crimson Guard on that Magnus.
How much armor does he have?
He is at 14.
That's with the tower.
So
Oh,
that's
12, yeah, sorry.
For real though, did they need to take Crippling Fear from 12 seconds to 24 at level 1? That's
No.
like that's like a disgust. That's
That
like
is actually
such an epic nerf.
It's an
That
insane
alone.
change when you think
Out of
about
all the other nerfs to the hero, like I think the void lack of mini stun during day is far less severe than like 24 seconds Crippling Fear.
it. They doubled it.
Like that was, I mean, he's still being picked and all, but like
I think overall the biggest nerf Nice Dark knows. That is probably
So what?
the darkness nerf.
Oh, right.
One
for the vision aspect
Yeah,
of
the
it.
vision.
Dark,
Old
you
darkness
You could
with-
accept being weaker in lane like this if you still hit your timing where your team can just dominate the map, but the domination is not nearly as severe as it used. How is it? It doesn't affect towers at all. It doesn't affect wards at all,
Yes.
but it affects heroes more unless they have more natural night vision.
Look at this. They are using the Nyx Vendetta pretty well. They found a few kills with it. Well, I think just one act.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Actually, can you check darkness real quick?
Dire's structures are fortified.
Affect wards?
Now we're
yeah,
doing
it affects
unit
wards,
wards
just
again.
not towers.
I was right. It's not buildings. That's true.
Yep.
So wards lose 25%. It's something. But it's not nearly as strong as it used to be.
Take top tier 1 for Singularity.
Incredible range creep last hit.
Nice.
Radiant
You really got it.
structures are fortified.
Jimmy, the hero.
Jim. Triple range creeping.
Let's watch Jimmy's heroic death against
Which
Siege
one's
Creep.
Jimmy?
Well,
Is
let's
it
watch
this
the
one?
mid lane.
Watch my thing.
Whichever one you're cheering for more.
Radiant's
me to not
middle
get that
tower
one.
has fallen.
He couldn't make it all the way to mid, unfortunately.
That was his brother Charlie. Fortunately, he's playing here.
Good old Charlie.
Well, Ember.
And Pale does sit on the
Nice.
Amber Spirit.
He's invulnerable.
It's time to run. Mikey has his RP. Here comes Charlie.
They really
Skewer
want
away.
that, but let's be real. That guy's not dying.
No. They're all mid for Dire. They're under sentries though. They've all been spotted essentially. They know they're all there.
One
Or-
upside to Oracle here is he can purge Crimson Guard, the guy they want to kill. So that's kind of nice.
It's actually incredible how many dispels you actually need in most cases. He didn't have enough mana. Like, there's actually so many things that you would love to use. If a hero had like the Brewmaster split dispel, you would use it like every 8 seconds in a team fight all the time.
Yeah.
It would be so good now. Which is a cool way to take the game. I really do like all the ways they've changed dispels in the game.
Salamene smiles upon.
Push your nickname's
I was gonna
Arrow?
say
No,
it.
that's not why.
I was gonna say
Bot.
it. I got it. I found it.
It's
Don't
just
worry.
I
Mod,
just like
stop
it.
thinking about jokes and cast the damn game.
This is your fault. I'm blaming you for this one.
I just like it because it's if you have good knowledge about how mechanics works, then it's beneficial, and I like mechanics. So
That's a false promise.
He's gone.
Fine.
I
let's
still would
drag
say
them.
the pace of this game, like getting the mid tower and everything, is nice for Kingdra, but I don't know if it's enough. It doesn't really feel like they're trying to control the map as best they can. Like they got heroes toward like in the enemy jungle and whatnot, but
what about his net worth? Like his net worth is actually pretty far down now. The spec, like significantly away from.
yeah,
where
but
Braum
there's
is.
level 4 in power now, so that will
That
be
will grind.
alleviated.
Yeah.
I suppose you can jungle it.
It's about the level of expectation of, like, Spectre is not supposed to be the same net worth as Lifestealer in the game.
Dire's
Spectre is a bit
middle tower
behind.
is
That's,
under attack.
you know, the expected outcome. If he did better than this, if Spectre had 7k net worth now, I feel like the game is in such a great spot for Singularity. But now it's, you know, it's a relatively even game right now. Kingdra needs to start snowballing and find some fights though. You can't just sit back and wait, because yes, you see, Spectre being 5.5k when Lifestealer 7.5k is okay, but when it starts being 10 to 12k and 12 to 14k, that's when it starts hurting, because then Spectre's net worth is so much more valuable in team. For now, they're both weak.
And there's not really a great. I guess you could infest a Night Stalker or cancel. Those are probably your two best, but like the Nyx is gonna need a Blink Dagger as well. Speaking of,
Did he not even know? He
that
didn't
is a
have to-
didn't know.
Crimson Guard Magnus, friends.
I mean, there's no way
Get
to kill
him.
this guy. They're all
He has-
chasing after him.
2400 HP.
He dodged the arrow. They're gonna rage. They could still use. I mean, he is taking some damage to his life, so but it's not nearly enough. Did he not even use his armor there?
Just kill him,
That was
lol.
the Crimson Guard offsetting all of his armlet damage. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
All right, well.
The 60 damage block
I
guaranteed.
was getting ready for a lot more damage than that. Didn't happen.
In the meantime, Spectre's just farming.
Yeah,
At least he
yeah.
doesn't have Empower, so not progressing too much during that. But that is not the hero they want to find. I think the problem here is, so Dire took the mid tower and the bottom tower, but they're not controlling the enemy jungle. They need to get down here and own this area.
Yeah.
They have to constrict the Spectre from farming safely inside her own jungle. She shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of sentries all over the place and Radiant's defense.
Yeah.
Protecting their area
But
well.
the fact that they have sentries means that they got in there, right? Unless they had them pre-placed before they lost their tower, which is a nice play, but I don't think that's what happened.
True. The
So-
deny master over here.
How old is that sentry right above you?
Rushy.
It's 1.5.
Dark are scanning.
I really like the obs that they have placed in Kingdra, like right by the normal ward hill. Between the other one, down to the right. I like that ward.
They have this one in their own jungle too. Which I guess it's just Spirits there or whoever's farming that.
Well, the
area.
tier 1 offlane is still alive, so sometimes you see that rotation.
All right.
Alright, it's go time.
Dire's
Bambo wants to
middle
hunt.
tower is under attack.
This is a little overdue, I feel. But it's good they're getting on the map.
But look at the locations.
But look at how they're grouped. Like right now, the best target to go for is the one they don't really want to smoke on, you know?
Dire's are fortified.
That anyway.
They're misreading it again. They're
This is gonna hurt.
happened last game they played, I think, as well. They went for a good
Radiant's
smoke,
top
but
tower is
they
under
checked the wrong
attack.
side of the map.
Nice play from Singularity to be on the bottom side of the map, and
I don't know, this just feels so arbitrary. It's like the time that they did this felt like it could have happened minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago or something. Nyx is 6, get him in biz, get the infest going, go for a gank. But now they're like 300 gold from Relic being finished. And that's when they do this? Like,
The prize is mine.
The timing is a little bit odd.
You also see the smoke
Radiant's
is...
top tower
The
is
reason
under
the smoke
attack.
fails is that they didn't control the enemy jungle, because then they would have information about where the heroes are. It's like a coin flip for them almost. Are they Radiant top? Are they Radiant bottom? They don't know because they don't have enemy... they
Well,
only
they-
have that one ward to the left side of the jungle, but they don't see
Radiant
all of the south
structures are
part.
fortified.
And they should see it with heroes by
Dire's
owning that,
middle tower
that part of the
is
map.
under attack.
And now they're going to lose their mid tower. This is a
Dire's middle
pretty
tower
poor
has
trade for a
fallen.
smoke.
that was a 5-2.
even if they get this kill, it's not the end of the world. He has 1,700 gold. He is almost certainly dead, or should be.
Is under attack.
Yeah. But that's fine. He got the tier 1 tower. He made more space for his Spectre and his Ember Spirit. His Ember Spirit is just pushing bottom tier 1 at this point, with already a Maelstrom and building into a Yule
Radiant's top
Scepter.
tower is under attack.
Oh, nice arrow.
Does he have the damage? Nah, yeah.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
They got out at least. So... 2k gold lead at this point, it doesn't feel like it's enough. But the nice thing about this game for Kingdra is that it feels like they're at least getting to show what they can do in the mid and later stages of the game, because they're, you know, getting online. The game we saw earlier, they got absolutely destroyed.
Well, I hope against the Spectre you don't lose in 30 minutes. Nice
On reality.
kill.
On
I
reality
think,
again.
to give you an idea, I think if Wind and Rain were playing this Radiant lineup, this game would be not looking.
You think it would be a stomp?
I'm not sure if it would be a stomp, but I think they would start to pull significantly ahead at this point by just having better team movements and doing more. Have we seen an RP yet?
No.
I don't think so.
It's
We
20
saw one in mid. He hit the 2-man RP and
Oh,
then
right, when they were
were
diving.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were diving.
It's been 22 minutes. You've used one RP and one haunt. It feels like, or maybe two. Ember hasn't been too hungry for
Dire's
killing
bottom
either.
tower
It's
has fallen.
like when you drop this bit down, you look at a team like OG, and then you drop down a skill bracket, and then it's a lot more about killing creeps and a lot less about making moves. Because the warding is worse, the wave clearing is a bit worse, it's less efficient, so it feels harder to make moves all the time. And this Radiant team, I feel like they should be super hungry to fight. They have so much team fight. Like,
This is dangerous. And the Roach pit with RP Golem, they're going to take it, I think, because I don't think SMG are responding fast enough.
Their wards are good for spotting it coming.
Yeah.
fortune favors the bold.
Yeah, and that's
we
a
go.
great play they needed to make, I think, in order to actually...
They've almost got Radiance on Lifestealer now, so this means his team fight, they're going to have Radiance and their opponents don't, surprisingly.
This is a timing to go.
Yeah, but the Spectre's gonna have Manta really soon.
Yeah.
And that's a big item, because when you're playing Lifestealer, the worst thing that you can play against are heroes with escapes, or heroes that build Manta really early in their item progression and don't care about building it. And I think this is one of those games.
I played Elk versus Lifestealer recently. He open wins me, and I just turned my ulti on and then I walked away. It was so good. It was
All right,
so
it
good.
purges now.
Yeah, that is a field too.
Spells rather.
All
Dude,
right.
I actually haven't seen Alchemist for weeks. I just
Except for
realized.
this morning.
Yeah, except for that one game
that's
with
right,
our.
you
He
didn't.
wasn't there. That's
I
right.
didn't watch
yeah.
that game.
It
I
was-
haven't seen it in any of my pubs.
Spoiler, it wasn't impressive.
I don't think you wanted to see it.
He just
to be
hit
fair.
creeps. That's
Oh, I would love
literally.
to see it.
I don't think I saw him use his stun one time the whole game.
I don't
No,
think
he
he skilled
didn't.
it until like
He did.
level
Well,
10, 9. Like,
What position was it?
he
it
was
was
mid.
mid.
He was mid against a Quaswex invoker.
He went 403, and then he got stunned.
Life was
later.
going well, and then they rotated on him like 3 times. They tornado EMP'd him, and he died. Life.
Oh, bottom. Flash. Yeah.
He has a glimmer.
Ooh.
That's pretty nice for a position 5 Lesh. He's been like split pushing this entire game pretty much. Meanwhile, they silence up Mastermind. It is daytime. He will Yules himself. Does he pop the DD and go for this? He's thinking about it. Nah. He didn't need to pop it.
Well, he did because he needed his.
I think it
next
had been
one.
bottled for a long time anyway.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
at 2 minutes.
It was close.
So yeah, the Manta Style is done for Spectre. He's going directly into Scotty. I would have thought something like a Diffusal Blade or something, not Scotty. but-
Going more defensive, basically.
yeah.
You still want to try to make use of your passive. Like
Radiant's bottom
Dispersion,
tower is
having a
under
large
attack.
effective health pool just means that if you
Radiant structures.
fights, you're going to be
are
doing a lot more damage to everyone. And plus, it's good stats to have with the Empower as well. So I think it's
Radiant's
still a really
bottom
solid
tower
choice.
is under
And it's a lot of armor too, which is really nice against Lifestealer. Covers a lot of bases. And if he's got the Warlock heal, he doesn't really need that much passive heal from something like hard enemies. He can always go hard afterwards. Or maybe he can go like a butterfly afterwards and just, his illusions are just going to deal a crap load of damage.
Is under attack.
Maybe this is why he gets all the reality kills.
That's the one right there.
The next level.
Have you guys ever tried the 25 Spectre perk, the Haunt Illusion damage one?
No.
Couldn't tell. I skilled it. It was so bad.
Was it actually bad? I can see some games it being decent.
Like if you have like Diffusal, Manta, Butterfly, Scotty or something, yeah, it's probably good.
I
But
don't play Spectre enough to actually get that
I feel like
talent.
that's the talent you get when you're so far ahead it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like 9 times out of 10, the dispersion is just going to give you more bang for your buck.
because it's always useful.
Yeah.
The other one's like,
I'm taking 8% less damage and also dealing 8% more from that damage.
What a set of abilities Spectre has for the late game.
do you go the dagger perks? Yes.
You're really into this.
I love these dagger perks, yes. This is one other benefit of him having Scotty is that he doesn't feel as bad about losing it, and it gives you a lot of int, which normally you wouldn't make use of, but now he has permanent dagger. I'm pretty
Does
sure.
that mean you get the 20?
Yes.
Do you get the 20 slow?
It is permanent.
It's ridiculous, honestly.
It
You-
sounds good, but if you even run the smallest risk of dying, I think you have to take it.
It is, alright, it's 40% movement speed. I've tried it, I've seen it played against an Ember Spirit before. He just can't Remnant ever again. Because every Remnant is slow, always. It's pretty cool. I don't necessarily say it's good against like Lifestealer, but if he's always 40% movement speed faster, it's kind of crazy. And his opponents they kind of have some like chain disable problems, I would argue.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see the value of it, but the movement speed portion alone, it's like having the AA Vortex or whatever, just being able to fly everywhere.
And he might still go health at 20, honestly.
Yeah.
It's possible he'll skip the dagger, but
I think that's maybe why he's going Scotty, so he can get the talent and not have to worry about the additional slow.
yeah, I can see that.
Run, Bambo.
Radiant's top
Alright.
tower is under attack.
They have spotted out Giryu. He's walked around on the sentry. They're not going to go for him. Top's being pushed in crazily.
Oh, he's actually split pushing basically. He's essentially a spear bearer.
Exactly.
The Lifestealer.
He now has a BKB on the Mirana for any further action they take. It's actually still a 3k lead for Kingdra. A lot of that is coming from both the Lifestealer and the Mirana at the point.
You ever hear the phrase false lead?
Yes.
It's basically what they have right now.
That's, yeah, I figured. They,
I mean,
they didn't use the Aegis
The
either.
Roche was a nice touch. I do like the fact that they went. But if they're not able to do anything with this Aegis, like they can't take the last tier 2, they're not even really controlling the map at the moment. Sure, Singularity are a big group, but it's not as if they're not able to get anything on their Spectre.
Bambo did just get a gem though, so all of these sentries on the map are about to become very dead. On the bright side.
I'm wondering
Almost
what
92.
they're gonna do to solve the Spectre problem later. Sometimes we've seen atomization like Silver Edge to try to deal with Spectre. Nullifiers.
Who buys it this game?
That's the problem. You could maybe get it on Night Stalker actually, but I don't know if that feels good to do in this position. Maybe you just keep itemizing and racking up serious damage on the Lifestealer and try to take that route. A burning creep
Oh,
wave.
nice smoke break.
They're gonna find the Night Sucker. If they lose this gem, that'd be a problem. He's gonna pop the pipe. He still has the Solar Crest to work with. They have the Impale. They miss it from Beer. He has the Infest he's looking for. They're trying to find Destruct. He's gonna get back. He's glimmered up. They're gonna dust him now. Hawk comes in. That's a dead Nyx Assassin. RP onto 2. Ball's Promise comes out immediately. He's gonna just go for the TP, and that's really big if they can get him out, and they do. Can they continue to chase with jabs? Dual Scepter comes out with Mastermind. Jabs will try to get away. Instead, they'll focus their attention to Bamboo at this point. Golem dropped down. They held onto it for a while. He's going to Hunter in the Night. He is slowed up by a Diffusal Blade, I believe, that they just bought. And that is the gem down. So 2 dead, RPUs, gem picked up.
That was a nice fight to see the double daggers coming out from Spectre. Felt pretty useful. 50 talent.
I didn't notice that much. I wasn't paying that specific attention to it, but it looked good.
If there's 2 Spectral Daggers on the ground at once, it means he has the talent or Arcane Rune or Refresher, I guess. I don't think there's any other way. Oh, nice combo.
BKB, they're going to find this Spectre. She's down for 54. Can they get Mikey as well? No RP. He's going to try to skew away. He takes the Nyx along with him. He's on the high ground. He can't get down. Mikey is dead. That's the gem back in favor of Kingdra. Now Solon is going to have to TP away. He will do so successfully. But man, they got the gem back somehow.
How did they all fit on that hill?
It's a party up there. Good old times. Nice fight, though.
That was such a nice impel.
Makes up for his previous one. Burry's had a couple weird impales. They've always been like some weird cockeyed angles.
He had a couple of misfires.
That one was super good. And it really made things kind of worth it if you think about it. I mean, they basically traded RP for Oracle ulti and Lifesteal exiting the fight. They lost that gem, but their opponents kept pushing, and then they find this like crazy fight where they just didn't even have to worry about RP. Once I realized that, I was like, oh, this fight is easy. RP literally doesn't matter. Magnus is now worthless.
I end up getting 4 bounty runes for this. That's a 2k gold swing.
The dream. This Lifestealer and Mirana are starting to become an issue. Cancel is big when he pops BKB especially. Although fighting into Haunt and RP is kind of an impossibility.
It's diffusal use.
Nice, what is it? 15-second cooldown. Empowered. Mastermind is not. Arrow sails, misses. Roche back up in 15. They are contesting the Roche pit. I don't think they know that it's going to be up that quickly.
It makes sense.
Very short respawn time. It's like 8 minutes and 15 seconds. The full respawn time, I believe.
It makes sense. It's fine agility. Never mind.
False Promise comes out. Spectre's in. Oh, he actually got stunned while he was looking for the RP. They still get it onto Charlie, but he actually already used his open wounds. False Promise is used on the cancel. He's going to heal up. There's the BKB coming out. The Haunt comes through to follow up. Jabs is dead. They wanted to set the cancel. He has one more leap available. The Reality chases after Beer. Instead, the 3-mana Pale keeps a couple of heroes alive, but not the Nyx Assassin. He will fall. Now do they back up into Roche is the question for Singularity, and it looks like the answer is yes.
That would have been such a clean fight if they didn't get stunned on Mag.
Yeah, he blinked into the arrow.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
I thought it was
he blinked
Spike.
into an arrow.
Yeah, makes sense.
He would have gotten the Mirana as well, and that would have just been easily enough.
Do you think he buys BKB at some point for Mag?
Right now it looks like he's going for the Yule.
Yeah.
Which
Thanks for the help, cancel.
I actually would prefer a Lotus, honestly, but...
Ooh, nice skewer back. He has the gem again. They're going to lose it. Hey, he died instantaneously.
Wow.
Did they not see the gem? Oh, wait, there we go.
That is a nice combo. The skewer is often very difficult to land, but it's so easy with slight chains. There's no force step on the Dire, right?
I don't...
They don't have a
think
single one.
so.
No, they don't.
So slide chains is a guaranteed setup for the Fling Skewer.
They don't even like Dragonlance or Hurricane Buck Mirana. Going mid-bow.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's the only one who can break... Well, Lifestealer can as well with Rage. Can break out of the chains, but any of the other 3 are just in trouble. Unless they have an instant Oracle Purge or something. That's tough.
Actually, I'm a bit surprised that the Mag isn't going.
I
I think someone should. It's
Maybe he goes
amazing
after?
against Kingdra's team.
Did he go it after this?
Well,
Like,
if
he's
you're
already done
buying,
Dual Scepter.
if you're buying Yules, you don't buy Build.
Okay, fair enough.
He has 3,100 health. It's so crazy.
They have found the Warlock, who has no mana for Golem. He does now. Alright, he's dead. Cancel just destroyed him. RP's back up in 12. Ember's actually kind of having trouble. He's going to have to remedy it away. And he will do so. They are going to take contention over the Roche pit for Kingdra. They're holding on.
Don't know what Warlock was doing up there on his
There's no Haunt, and RP just came off cooldown. Surprised that Kingdra didn't force it into him.
Are they going to try to go here? Mikey's thinking about it. They want that skewer back combo, I think.
I feel like they could have committed there. Like,
Yeah.
the Warlock's dead. I mean, maybe he has buyback, maybe he doesn't. RP was close off cooldown, but you know Haunt's down.
Yeah.
It's daytime, they don't have darkness, is
Yeah.
probably why.
I would say that Darkness is less important than Haunt in the grand scheme of the game.
Yeah.
The Spectre's going crit. Let's go.
With the item build that Lifestealer, or sorry, that Night Stalker has, he provides quite a lot during daytime. It's one of the upsides to itemizing like this is that the primary purpose of him is protecting his teammates.
They have found the Ember Spirit. He is silenced. He has Duels. He will use it. RP onto 2. The Haunt comes out. The False Promise immediately on to cancel. They want to bring down Dambo. They drop the Golem. He will certainly fall here. Meanwhile, getting low is going to be the Leshrac. They also lose the Warlock here. Charlie is shooting up the backline, but it's still 3 dead. Cancel dives through the False Promise. Charlie is going to get chained up. Didn't TP out in time. The rage wasn't there, and now he is in trouble as well. He'll try to run his Invest down still for 20 seconds. He does have rage available. He's going to use it, but I don't think it's going to do anything. The opening moves try to turn. Not successful. It's all 5 dead for Kingdra. Singularity, clean house. They're going to take Roshan as well.
Losing a hero with that gets Oracle ulted is pretty tough, actually. Didn't have any way to heal him. I mean, the Fatal Bonds must have done a huge amount of damage there, but it felt like the first fight that Warlock actually got to do something to me. But Spectre Haunt is
All right.
it was a planned one. He wanted to get full mana.
They saw an OG just dying to stuff, and we're like, I guess this is how you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
That clap damage? I mean, Roche damage did get buffed, so
He
people
got
are
ba-
just
he got
making
bashed.
mistakes.
I'm not going to
He got bashed and died, but he should have been tanking in the first place when they have a Magnus with Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
Shouldn't just be.
Wait, you telling me the 15 armor, 3200 health heroes should be tanking?
I don't know, it's just
That
a hunch
sounds
I have.
unbelievable to me.
You're some kind of like MMO play. Trying to min-max.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Who does that?
Lane. Well, I mean, this is kind of... It's still really early. It's like 35 minutes in, but you can see the tides turning. Spectre late game.
Yep.
Ember Spirit late game. You know, the Mirana's starting to slow down a little bit. She's used her BKB numerous times. She's down to 7 seconds. If they kill the Oracle, the fight goes drastically worse for Kingdra.
Yeah, and now is when it gets scary, because Spectre can actually just haunt reality on Oracle, drop his Manta, purge him, and then he can jump on another target. The Manta illusions are going to destroy this Oracle and force him to use a defensive False Promise. He actually might have to stay there with his primary hero for a little bit, but if he does it very well, he can maybe select 2 different targets.
Oh, he can definitely kill that Oracle if he doesn't False Promise.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was more if how long he needs to keep the real Spectre there.
Ah, okay.
Because if he defusals him, the Oracle can just purge it off with Q and run away. So he has to actually stick on him with the dagger.
Still
He went the health count, by the way, in the Spectre.
Yeah, for sure. It's I don't know if I will ever. I don't think I've ever seen the other talent selected by anyone at any point.
I think giving up 8 stats is probably alright. But yeah, 500 health
500 health
is a lot.
Insane.
Especially when you go to agi build like this, you really need the perks to make up for the lack of raw health.
You really sold me on the Spectral Dagger talents. Plural.
I think the slow against a lifestealer, I think the slow is not that important. But
Yeah.
different game, maybe it would be worth.
Just joshing. So
He-
is this next assassin.
If he's against an Ember, genuinely, like the slow is really good.
They will try to put... They have double siege bottom with a couple of illusions. Come back and defend if you're Singular. I know you have, like, Aegis Cheese. You want to push high ground?
This is honestly quite a hard defense.
Dire's top tower.
Like, this is Aegis and Haunt.
There's
Daedalus
no
up on
next.
Spectre.
That's Glyph. Double Glyph. Is anybody going to go back? They're going to just try to trade this. Edict was already used.
I think they're hoping that Spectre will go back, and then they can solo kill him, and then he would be able. And that would have been good for them. But this is not all bad because
I mean, they're taking racks. At this point, is going to be a trade.
They're matching.
Are under attack.
Yeah, they're trading.
I would not be happy with this if I were Radiance.
They're going to try to get 2. There's no tier 2, or there's a tier 2 mid, so they can't get 2 for Kingdra, which is
Now
good
I'm
news.
starting to be happy with it without Radiant.
Yeah. I don't know if they needed to trade racks away.
No, I don't think they did.
Well, they had a tier 2 mid, so the trade will ultimately end up still favoring.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't like perfect.
Haunt comes out, they kind of mistimed it. They like baited out Golem Rock, they stopped using it, and then the Haunt came in right after, and so they don't actually end up doing anything with it. Well, alright then.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was still like best case scenario, I feel. You
Yeah.
don't want to actually
was.
take a team fight.
Hey, he did buy BKB.
Wait, you'll
Plus 12.
He has actually so much armor.
What?
Buy an AC next for good measure. Just why not?
Buy a heart. 5k health.
There you go.
Let's go.
I mean, he's practically unkillable now as it is. I mean, I guess he is unkillable. I don't want to say practically. Well, I don't know. I guess if he gets caught by a cancel on Charlie, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. He's very tanky.
Yeah.
Go Nullifier on Lifestealer. I like the Halberd pickup.
I'll see you later, Shrek.
Oh,
Maybe he can force himself out of this situation. They have Golem. They're going to turn it around. Maybe not see you later. That is a dead Nyx assassin. They're going to ignore him. Finally, they hit him. Now they're looking for Dambo. That's another gem, or the same gem. I'm not sure which, but he's going to lose it regardless.
Yeah, he stood still. Spectre ran away. It's about showing off who's cooler. I don't need to be here. The Spectre runs bottom. And their wave is pushing in. But they've got a pretty good wave top, courtesy of Charlie. So this is definitely going to force a rotation back from the Radiant.
So another tier 3.
They should just not
They
let this
really
happen.
do not
What's going
care
on?
about their
Why?
Just screw it, I get. What? They're going to lose another Rex.
Yeah, but they, okay, so
here's
their
the
idea
key.
is they can't Mega, right? Because they have a tier 2 mid, so even if he takes that, they're just banking on the push ending the game. If it doesn't end the game, then it was just a mistake.
Dire's bottom tower.
Well, Aegis is gone.
Okay, it was a mistake.
And they're back.
Hack it in, boys.
Barracks are under attack.
It's just when you have the better late game team, you're in the better position, you have Aegis, you have all these advantages. You could just TP back the Spectre, start messing with the guy's bottom. You can always haunt back to your team if you need to take the fight. And they're not going to kill you in your own base when you have Aegis and Mantle. Spectre can defend and the other heroes can push.
Yeah, it was definitely a mistake. I thought they would commit really hard because that's the only thing that would make sense. If you're going to sit there and let your tier 3 get attacked and you just end the game because you know that the enemy lifestealer can't physically Mega you. It just can't happen. But yeah, with them just kind of like hesitating and spinning around, it just ends up being...
But can he mentally Mega you?
No. Because it's a lifestealer late game Spectre bag.
There's no mental late gaming in that situation.
I think catch the right heroes. Look to the north a little bit. They're smoking.
That's a Basket
Dire's
Madness
bottom
Piranha, by the way.
shrine is under
Cancel is
attack.
all in.
She just bought it, didn't she, too?
He's
Yeah.
gonna make Butterfly with probably Satanic, I guess. So the temporary thing.
Double damage Spectre bottled. They have everything ready except Golem.
They just need to find the fight. They need to find an avenue to take the initiative.
Dire's bottom
That's all they're really looking for right now.
If a 5-on-5 breaks out now, the game should end.
Yes.
The Dire side need to try to avoid this happening. They need to try to find someone split off from his team or force them back by pushing.
They almost have the nullifier on Charlie. What do you use? You go on Ember Spirit?
You can go on Spectre with it.
Yeah.
If you can't Manta your open wounds, catch him in a stun with an fire, he could die.
They're going to try to go. Ember Spirit has been caught. They're looking
What
for
a
an
force.
RP. He misses it, and they're going to infest inside. He's in the siege group right now, the life killers anyway. Ember will pop the BKB. They'll buy back in the next contestant who dies immediately. Haunt, I think, was just used. It was. Charlie's going to jump out looking for the Ember Spirit. RP comes in. It's only a defensive RP to keep the Ember Spirit alive. Dust comes out, the Purifying Flame of Leshrac, who will fall. Stolen is going to get impaled, so they'll lose both supports here for Singularity. And they don't get that much of a return. Was it just the Nyx buyback, I believe?
Yeah.
And they're going to lose Mikey in the gem again. Looks like
We'll
nice
see.
hunt for the night. That's true. He's very tanky. No BKB, no TP.
Oh, we got the Halberd proc. The main.
This will take a year and a half. We're getting there. Almost done.
Keep procking.
You can get there. I believe in you. There you go.
Beautiful. So why did that fight go so well? I mean, the RP only hit like one guy, right? It hit Lifestealer while he was raged, and they were all running away.
Wait, can they do anything with this? No.
There were a lot of things that went wrong for the Radiant in that fight, and that's why they lost it. The RP only caught the Lifestealer, who they couldn't kill because he caught him way too late. They kind of threw away the Haunt. They didn't have Golem. And the Ember Spirit almost died before the fight began, so I had the BKB and run around with 1/5 health.
Under attack.
I think the way you do this push is you empower the Spectre and you let her hit the tower. And for the Dire to kill Spectre, they need to all in her, like use absolutely everything, and then you buy back Haunt. But instead they let the Ember stand in front, and if he can get caught, you know, there's always the risk for a stun into arrow combo. If it wasn't for that 4-step, he would have just died on the spot, actually.
Yep.
This is a bit sloppy from Singularity. I don't think this is their best showing or their best performance. If they played like this, I'm surprised they were able to take a game off Blinkpool. But they did have a 5th pick Brute, so maybe the game was easy, but
Radiant are scanning.
I know they can play a lot better than this. They might be a little bit nervous with what's at stake here.
Yeah.
What's on the line.
Why-
Generally, their teamfight execution as a team is pretty good.
They've played pretty well. The base mishaps have been unfortunate for Singularity. Kingdra are staying in this game. The Miranda is the highest level hero in the game and third highest net worth. She just finished a butterfly.
Starting to hit hard.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight Shadow cooldown, multi-shot, Sacred Arrow cool. I mean, even with the change to the Moonlight Shadow, doesn't that seem still really good?
The Moonlight Shadow cooldown is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
talent is so
crazy.
good. After Moonlight Shadow started giving move speed as well, it's plus 50% move speed to your whole team almost permanently.
Oh, I didn't know it gave me
I've seen a couple SEA games where they go Sacred Arrows.
It's
but-
15%, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the arrows is better here, just because there's so many like hard to kill teamfight initiators on the enemy team. Like if you land an arrow on like a mag and plus one other hero, it just feels like that's your best chance to fight. So maybe I'm wrong here.
Well, he's still
I
got
just think that it's one of those choices that it won't really affect the outcome of the game. Because sure, having Moonlight Shadow up a lot of the time is very nice, but obviously there's going to be detection and there's been gems flying around the entire game, so I don't think that like the Moonlight is really going to be the make or break.
The movement speed is
Speed's-
nice.
Yeah, the movement speed is the biggest benefit of that talent, honestly.
But the, yeah, I'm fine with either talent, honestly. If he can get a great multi-shot arrow, the way these fights have been going so far has been pretty chaotic, and a lot of, like, movement back and forth, so a multi-shot arrow could definitely land on 2 targets.
Maybe 2 reality illusion.
yeah.
I mean, it might honestly be a better talent this game because of how the fights are playing out. To get the Sacred Arrow.
And like vision too, if your opponents are retreating. Just
Oh, they still have the cheese from that last Roche attempt for Singularity, and Roche is up now.
you know, that's actually one hero that I feel like whose net worth hasn't really increased that much since Embers.
He's still a little behind.
It's slowed down quite a bit. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because he's probably scared to push because of Nyx, perhaps. Not
Yeah,
split
the
pushing as
Nyx
much.
pressures that hero's game so hard. You can't really sit in a side lane even with the BKB, because what ends up happening is he carapace stuns you with Flame Guard or off of like a Maelstrom proc or something, and then you just end up dying. I probably would have preferred him buying an Aeon disc over, because I feel like that solves your ability to sit in a side
Yeah.
lane problem better than a BKB does.
I agree.
It's going Lincoln's turn next too.
Although I will say that probably for the overall engagement, BKB works better. But if he can't play his game because he doesn't have Aeon, then
Alright, we're gonna have to wait here a little bit. There are some lag issues for, I believe, Singularity. Lishrak called it out, so...
Quick look at some talents on
Yes,
random heroes
we
that
sure
normally
can.
I wouldn't bother asking you for.
Yeah,
Let's go through them.
Here's, let's start with the Warlock then. Here you go.
Nothing weird there.
No, pretty normal. Here's Lishrak.
Weird there.
Great
really.
stuff.
Oh, he took a bomb.
Oh.
Got True Strike. Definitely very good this game. Life stealer and stuff.
We already saw the Spectre. Mag we already saw.
It's literally all survivability.
Night Stalker, as you would expect.
Common trend here. And
lots of HP.
Yeah. Evasion for Life Stealer. Hey, look, we made it through, guys. Good fill.
oh, do we get to Oracle?
What did Nyx get?
Yeah, we didn't get Nyx Oracle.
Oh, you know what? You really want me to...
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Those were like the two I actually was most interested in. Oh, you want movement speed? Okay.
And GPM.
Over the cast range, right?
Yes.
I guess he has a blink
has a
dagger,
lens.
and he's the eighth of us.
If he's out of range with Blink Lens, he messed up.
Yeah, that's like the whole map.
Oh, he's gonna get hit by a Haunt, guess.
When
Was
you're-
his GPM talent always 120 at 50?
they just changed it. It used
Okay,
to be
they
90.
did
be
patch
90.
it. Okay.
Here is a fight potentially breaking out. Just kidding. They did not find Bambo. They did, however, find Biryu. They have the gem, I believe, on the Magnus. He's not currently at the engagement, although he's about to be.
Got the arrow on
Ember.
a...
They saw the Night Stalker flying uphill with the Beyond in the Night. They have caught him with the Searing Chains. You are back. That's maybe the gem. That is almost certainly the gem.
You know, this keeps happening.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for it happening, but you guys mentioned a 4-star earlier. That really would save his life so many times.
Mastermind just tanked an arrow to the face.
Radiant's middle
The primary problem is that they're not playing together. He was completely fragmented away from his team, so...
They're gonna
Look at
try to fight this.
Singularity's base is
Pushing
getting
mid, yeah.
crushed by creeps.
Cancel's just gonna walk and drop his Manta and just go to work. Here comes the haunt, though. Mikey still has the RP. He's trying to find any target he can. They want to kill Jabs. He's not dead yet, though. He's not going to reality in. Instead, they're going to look for the next assassin. So they still have the ultimate from the False Promise, I believe. They do. Cancel just soloed the Leshrac. Leshrac buys back. Roach low. They will take Aegis and Cheese. They will continue to pressure. Bambo will try to Hunter in the night. He won't be able to move because he's chained up. And there's the Promise, but I don't see him getting out of this, really. And they're going to RP Jab as well, which is a little aggressive. Golem drop down, and they're going to clean house here. False Promise is done. 3 dead. Mirana did get haunted on. I think that was the Refresher Shard, actually. It must have been.
It was, yeah. So what happened was, I think the Spectre was trying to swap his inventory slots and gave the Manta to the Magnus somehow.
Nice.
Yeah, he just gave it back. Yeah. So yeah, he had the Refresher Shard on him.
That is unfortunate. Well, they take 3. They get the gem back at the beginning of all of that. They kill the Jab Oracle.
Was
That
Lifestealer
was a
there in
Bambo-
that fight at all?
No,
Like at any point?
I don't think so. I don't remember him being there.
That range barracks.
They're actually just taking the base so hard, though. BKB for cancel. He is just looking to kill his Leshrac again, but he's fine.
He's getting top racks.
Yeah, he's gonna get this melee Rex. And just
Like,
leave
what
him.
is happening? How is this happening?
Good
He
thing he
actually,
didn't hit the range barracks.
can he
The
get
Ember
out?
does not have bots or a TP scroll in his inventory.
This game's getting interesting.
Yeah, Warlock's TP was cooldown. Leshrac, I think, was dead. Spectre couldn't TP because his TP wasn't in his
Alright, we just saw like two. Okay, one of them was Mirana, but Mikey got bots.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Sin. This is definitely not their strongest shot. I mean, they should be in a very dominant position, and they just won a Roshan fight with forcing a buyback out of Bambo, and they lost a melee rack.
The problem here is that you're starting to see the aftermath of what it matters, how much it matters that they lose this bottom lane of racks earlier when they trade, because
Yeah.
the winning team has to go and defend this lane all the time, and they could have stayed ahead, taken a lane of racks while defending their own, most likely, but instead they open this little door in for Kingdra, and Lifestealer is just playing on the opposite side of the auto-pushing lane all the time, so they actually end up needing to defend a decent amount. And well, at some point, if you make a misstep, you don't have your TPs ready, you can lose a Rax on the other side.
And look at how farmed this Lifestealer is now.
Yeah.
He's got the Orchid Nullifier combo.
Been hitting
He's
a lot
getting
of creeps
blood
while his team has been dying in team fights.
And he got a free invis, so he could definitely get a kill right now. The enemy team groups it all.
I'm
Does-
surprised with how late this game is that more people aren't 25 yet.
Yeah. Maybe
Spectre went.
not
Oh,
quite
wow.
enough fighting. He
It's
did
a
it.
low-
He went the Haunt Illusion
He's
damage.
got a Daedalus though and
Wait,
a lot
what?
of agility items.
Yeah, he went
so,
the Haunt Illusion
I mean,
damage.
his illusions are hitting for 160, and they're also going to be critting. So
Mirana went for the Moonlight Shadow cooldown, so still pretty good.
So what I've discovered from this game is that both teams hate their base.
Yeah.
It looks like it. They have Aegis on Spectre. There's the Rage BKB from Mikey. That's a 3-man RP. They're going to haunt it up. They're going to use the Shockwave. There's the Sleight of Fist. Everybody is dying at this point. Charlie has to run. They've got the Hex up. They've dropped down the Night Stalker. The Golem will come through as well. Buyback coming in onto 2. That's the Nyx as well as the other support. They will drop Charlie down. He's forced to buyback. Cancel. The False Promise is now done. He's forced to run away. The Sleight of Fist coming in and doing even more damage, and he is done so. He's going to have to buy back. Everybody is buying back for Kingdra, and it still might not be enough to save their base, but it looks like they will push them back for now. They literally used 4 buybacks, almost 5 if they had one for Bambo, but they don't. There's Hex coming back in. They want to bring down Charlie again. False Promise is back up, though, so he should be fine. The Aegis is there. Cheese comes out. Now the Nullifier up onto Magnus, trying to get away. Should be fine, not taking that much damage, although he does take an arrow, but they can't ship out of the base anyway. Charlie is full HP after that False Promise, but now that is down, and they're going to work. Look at the Spectre, look at the Imagery do the damage. He can try to get it off, and he will, and a good Fortune's End might actually save his life. They just need 2 auto attacks. He healed off because he was in this, the Moonlight Shadow, and they didn't have detection. Mikey wasn't close enough, it doesn't look like. But it's still Megas, and a lot of buybacks for Singularity.
well, that's a lot of gold lost, but they're only down 8k, and we do know that Singularity does not defend their base, so it could be even.
Or it's just called Defense of the Ancients, not Defense of the Barracks, okay? You gotta hold the Ancients.
He's got
Only
a
one
point.
building matters.
The ones
Only
near the
one.
bounty runes.
I mean, they took Megas. They are 9k up. But,
And they have superior late game and team fight.
exactly.
I think they're gonna win, but what happened?
Let's not rule out the possibility.
How many buybacks to the range?
They have 4 of them. And who cares about the Leshrac, to be
I think
honest?
this is almost the only way they lose the game that they die without that.
Radiant are scanning.
Pretty much crap.
That would be a colossal throw.
It is fun to see Spectre go a different build though, like skipping Radiant.
I've seen a lot of Spectres start doing this more now, going this like auto attack,
Yeah.
Manta defusal build.
Even without Magnus, it's
think
just
it's pretty
nice
good.
because when you go into a fight, you're not just like this one, basically just down with Radiance Burners. You do so much damage
Yep.
with just a diffusal blade if you isolate that hero that they die in seconds.
Radiant still nice. This game. Fatal Bond.
Do you still like it against Nyx? Because I feel like you
Radiant
just end up getting
structures
stunned every
are
fight.
fortified.
Good point.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna end up getting stunned anyway, right? Nyx can just put Carapace on and hit you once, and you get Carapace stunned from the dispersion anyway.
But
And you're
then you
gonna be
also have
dispersing damage all
to
the time
you also have to play the same game as Ember does if they have the Radiance, where you can't really leave it on in the side lane and you're pushing because then the Nyx
That
ends
is
up
true.
again.
He leaves himself susceptible to. It might be the reason he didn't go for it. He might also feel like, okay, you know what? They counterpicked me. The solution that they have to me is Lifestealer. I want to be able to take that man fight. Radiance does not offer me anything compared to raw stats and crit.
I kind of would have liked in that like line of thinking that he just Missile Blade at some point, but maybe he feels like he just wants the raw damage and attack speed.
I think his team has enough damage already, or disable already.
Yeah, the Mikey's been really good about landing his. I thought with Night Stalker and like Ether Lens on Oracle that he might have a hard time getting in once, but he's still played it very well.
It just comes down to one fight now. That's all they really need to do. One big RP and they just win the game outright for Singularity.
From the Massive Menace.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Fine. There's not that much physical damage, so.
Manta.
Most costly.
Uh-oh. Ashmine's in trouble. Golem, though, to turn it around. There's the RP turn. That's going to be 2. And that's canceled. The False Promise will not save him. I'm almost sure of it. Both supports are dead. Meanwhile, the Spectre continues to harass the backlines. He's going to get nullified, to be fair, and he is probably going to die, but the rest of the heroes are dying elsewhere. Cancel's dead without buyback for 2 minutes now. Mastermind is starting to go to work. That's going to be Dambo that is dead, and they are... It's just Charlie. That's GG. So, Singularity, despite some interesting plays they made with their base, overall they did play well enough to take this game, to take this victory. Kingdra now go down 0-3 in the Qualifiers.
Well, certainly a much better showing from Kingdra that game. But there was certainly a lot of sloppiness.